Joining me now, Farron Cousins, progressive commentator and host of the weekly syndicated podcast Ring of Fire. John Ziegler, conservative commentator and host of the Death of Journalism podcast. And Erin Perrine, she was the communications director for the Trump 2020 campaign and from Axiom Strategies. Thanks to all of you for coming on. Appreciate it. All right, Farron, let me start with you on this. Do you disagree with me that this video was schmaltzy?
Oh, it definitely was. But I think to a degree right now, that serves a pretty good purpose. You know, we went through 4 years of Donald Trump as president, and things were anything but normal. The last, 3.5 years coming off of COVID, President Biden's administration, people are ready for normal again. And I think what they were attempting to do with this, whether they succeeded or not, is kind of up for interpretation.
Well, wait. What they were attempting to do isn't what I'm asking you about. I'm asking you about what they did. I know what they were attempting to do. Did they achieve it?
I think to a degree, absolutely. They showed that, look, we can be two normal people sitting down laughing, which is something we don't see coming from the other campaign. Yeah. And we can be normal for not even a 10-minute segment. Yeah. So I don't know that it's worth, getting so, oh my God, what is this? When it's a less than 10-minute segment, it's okay for them to be a little bit, here is who we are, so people can get to know us. I think that's okay.
I agree that it's okay, John Ziegler. The problem is the way it comes across. I don't think that's necessarily the way that they want to be perceived. And what I mean by that is it comes across as staged.
No question, it was cringe. As a veteran of the 2008 presidential campaign of sorts, I have to think, my gosh, Sarah Palin clearly should have done her first interview with John McCain and not Katie Couric, and history might have been very, very different. It's nice of Tim Walz to use himself as a prop to make fun of other older white males like myself. That was nice of him to do that. I think the more serious issue here is this is a very unvetted candidate in Kamala Harris. People don't realize how unvetted she is because she comes from here in California, where there is no Republican Party, there is no news media. So she becomes a senator with literally no vetting. Then she becomes vice president during COVID, and I would argue there was very little vetting during that period of time. And now she gets handed the nomination in unprecedented form by Joe Biden and by the liberal elites in the Democratic Party. So I think it is more paramount than ever for her to do legitimate interviews, and doing one with your vice presidential nominee just doesn't cut it.
Well, apparently we got to know about the kinds of people she grew up with. This is number 3, a little bit more.
I have to tell you, Tim, even though you and I grew up in different parts of the country, you remind me of the people I grew up with. Hardworking folks, plain speaking.
Yeah.
People who know the difference between right and wrong.
Yep.
And care, love thy neighbor in the most authentic and true way.
Yeah.
Those are the folks I grew up with, and I know that's who you are, and I'm so glad we're doing this together.
You, sir, are an amazing human being. Again, I know that it makes me sound a little Scroogey, right? But Erin Perrine, I'm asking you now, putting aside your Trump hat, your Republican hat, et cetera, all of that, from a political point of view, is this effective messaging?
From a political point of view, what the polling shows right now is that it is an effective message. The fact that Kamala is running this campaign on perceived personality and not on policy at this point is right now to her benefit. Now, obviously, I believe there should be substantive debates. I believe that she should have to do media interviews. I believe she should be doing press conferences, all of which she is not doing. But right now, she's on a rise in the polls. She's still in that honeymoon phase. They're going into the Democratic National Convention next week. So this honeymoon phase is set to continue. So right now, politically speaking, yes, I absolutely want to see more from them. But polling-wise, this is working right now.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.